What if I told you every superhero in The Boys is basically the result of a failed experiment that was never supposed to exist? And the scariest part, the strongest version of that experiment isn't even being used anymore. Let's break this down properly. In the world of The Boys, everything starts with one thing. Compound V, the chemical that turned ordinary humans
into super strong.
no Compound V, no Homelander. No Soldier Boy. No superheroes at all. But here's where it gets interesting. As the show progresses, we don't just see one Compound V, we see multiple versions, each more dangerous than the last. And the most powerful one, it goes all the way back to World War II. Compound V wasn't created in a lab for heroes. It was created by Frederick Vaught, a Nazi scientist experimenting on prisoners in concentration camps. Brutal trials, countless deaths, until one day it worked. The first successful version, let's call it V1, was injected into his wife, Clara. She became Liberty, and just like that, the first superhero was born. But V1 wasn't just powerful, it was unstable. Most people died. Only a handful survived, but those who did, they became something else entirely. Stronger, nearly immortal, unmatched durability. This is why characters like Soldier Boy can survive things that would kill any other Supe. Even the Supe killing virus couldn't take him down. That's insane. Now you might be wondering, if this was made in Germany, how did the US get it? Simple. When Germany was about to lose the war, Vought escaped to America, and there he tested V1 on a young soldier, Benjamin, who later became Soldier Boy, America's first official superhero. Because V1 was so unstable, it wasn't reused. Instead, Vought refined it. And that's how we got the version we know today. It's Compound V. This version is more controlled, but comes with a twist. Powers are random. You don't choose your ability. Your genetics, age, personality, and mental state influence it. That's why. Homelander and Ryan have similar powers, and Translucent and his son both turn invisible. But siblings like Kimiko and Kenji get completely different abilities. Same blood, different outcomes. Here's where it gets really deep. Compound V doesn't just give powers, it reflects who you are inside. Take Huey's dad. After getting V, he gained the ability to phase through objects, basically becoming intangible. Why? Because emotionally, ignored, disconnected. That's not coincidence, that's design. A lot of people think Compound V is a healing drug. It's not. It's chaos in a syringe. When Huey's dad was injected, yes, he woke up from a coma, but his brain? Still damaged. Even worse, his powers made things more dangerous. Now let's talk about Billy Butcher. This is where things go completely insane. When Butcher takes Compound V, it doesn't just affect him, it reacts with his cancer. And instead of healing him, it gives the tumor power. Think about that. A separate entity growing inside him with its own abilities. That's not a side effect, that's horror. Then comes Temp V, also known as V24. This version gives normal humans powers, but only for 24 hours. Sounds perfect, right? Wrong. After a few doses, your brain starts breaking down. Seizures, vomiting, damage. And after enough use, tumors start forming. That's exactly what happened to Butcher.